Hi, I'm Jack Berry, and I'm here at the Red Run Golf Club where the Western Junior Amateur Championship is going to be played this week. And the man at the top of the list here in bringing it all together is Dave Robinson, who is the president of the Western Golf Association and a longtime member of Red Run Golf Club.
I am. This is my 34th summer here.
Terrific. Dave, tell us how this all came about.
Well, it's so exciting to have it here. You know, it's rare that a chairman of our organization gets to host one of our events at his home club, and it came about really. We have a commitment to amateur golf here. I think the members love hosting young players and seeing how they play a course that's withstood the test of time over 102 years now, and it's so exciting. And so we got into the rotation, and we're so happy to have the players here this week.
Now, when did it start for you, getting this together?
It started about 3 years ago. We asked the Western Golf Association if we could be part of the Junior Championship, and we got into the rotation, and we've kind of been preparing the golf course. Got a little worried a couple years ago, and we had a nasty winter, and we lost our greens for a little bit, but the greens have come back great. We have a golf course superintendent here, Gary Thomas, that just does a fantastic job. He's been here for over 30 years now, and the golf course is in spectacular condition and will be a great test for the players this week.
Well, it's been one of the top clubs in the metropolitan area for a long time. Hosted back in the old days of the Motor City Open, and you've had some great players here. This was a great players club.
It was. Red Run was one of the founding members of what was the Detroit District Golf Association. It became the Golf Association of Michigan. For a long time, we just had some of the top players in this state. I was saying earlier when I was welcoming all of our directors here this week that some of the names that are on the board in our men's grill are some of the most famous names in amateur golf in the state of Michigan. And guys have coveted having their name on those boards. I remember, I think I told you this once before, I walked into the pro shop at Inverness one time and had a Red Run shirt on, and Don Pernay asked me if I was from Red Run, and he said, "Dave, I'm just going to tell you that in the 1950s, your top 12 members could have beaten the Walker Cup team." So yeah, we have a great history and tradition of good play here.
And now you've got the young guys on the way up. What kind of a field have you got here for the Western Junior?
We have a terrific field. We're excited about it. We have 30. We have players from 30 different states and 10 different countries. We've got some of the top-ranked junior players in the world. This truly is considered one of the major championships of junior amateur golf, and we'll see how they do.
Well, the Western has been involved in golf going back, a century practically.
More.
The Western Open used to be the second oldest, is the second oldest championship. And we've had a number of players that have come up through the ranks that qualified in the Western Junior and then moved on up, like Ricky Fowler,
Hunter Mahan,
yes,
Jim Furyk, Fred Couples, Tiger Woods. I mean, the list is long, and I think they understand that the Western Golf Association does a great job of running golf tournaments and knows well that when they get to a Western Golf Championship, it's going to be on a great golf course, and it'll be a true test against a great field.
Well, the Western Golf Association is famous for having 3 of the best championships in golf. Start us off.
All right, so let's talk about all 3 then. The Western Junior Championship is the oldest junior championship in the country. First started in 1907, I believe. You know, the strength of the field in that has been outstanding. The last 2 times it was played in Michigan, Ricky Fowler and Hunter Mahan won. So pretty good history there in the state of Michigan. The Western
What are the ages for the junior?
19 and under. So from 15 to 19, so right before really they get into college, although there are a few freshmen in college here. The Western Amateur is, you know, Tiger Woods once coined it the Masters of Amateur Golf, because in those days it was played in the same venue all the time right here in Michigan at Point Oh Woods. But still a prestigious amateur championship and one of the hardest tournaments to win because of the format.
Right.
It's 72 holes just to get into match play.
Right.
So, that's a great test, and I think that's a great championship to have on your resume. And then the Western Open, as you said earlier, is the second oldest event on the PGA Tour. It's now called the Bmw Championship, and we're happy to have BMW as our sponsor. Great history. We're part of the FedEx Cup playoffs now. I think the PGA Tour wanted to have the Western Golf Association involved in the FedEx Cup playoffs because they know of our history. They know that we do a great job of running championship golf.
And where is that going to be this year?
This year, the BMW is at Crooked Stick in Carmel, Indiana.
Close by.
Not so far, yeah, in the Midwest, and we're even expanding that now beyond our traditional Midwest footprint. We have a Ronham Inc. in Philadelphia coming up in 2018. We'll be going back to Chicago every other year in the foreseeable future, though.
Well, you go back to Chicago, and that's the Chick Evans country, and that's where Chick, who is one of the greatest amateurs of all time, he's the one who started the Evans Scholars Program, which is just a sensational scholarship program for caddies.
It is a fantastic program. Ironically enough, this year in 2016 is the 100th anniversary of Chick Evans winning the U.S. Amateur and the U.S. Open in the same year, something that's only been done one other time by Robert Tyre Jones. Chick Evans, had a passion for education because he had to drop out of Northwestern. His family couldn't afford to send him there, and we started administering the Evans Scholar Program in 1930, and 10,100 alumni later, here we are in 2016 with 910 kids in school.
That's fabulous. Now, what is the Western? How many states are you in? What is your total membership, the Western Golf Association?
We have kids. We have students going to 19 universities and we have 14 chapter houses. As I mentioned, 910 kids in school. We have clubs that are part of our association in 30 states, and we're growing and we're expanding our program east and west.
Terrific. That's a great job, and you're going to be busy this week?
You think? But a good busy. The forecast looks terrific, and the golf course is in special condition, and I think we're going to identify a great champion this week.
Terrific. Very good. Thanks, Dave. Dave Robinson is the chairman of the Western Golf Association and a proud member here at Red Run Golf Club.